Aston Villa have been one of the stories of the season so far in the Premier League. They're explosive and exciting, they're direct and dynamic, and they have a wealth of attacking talent that Unai Emery knows how to utilise. If you want to play like Aston Villa in E8FC 24, here's how you can do it. First, you'll want to choose the 4-3-3 attack formation. There are a couple other options you can go with here. A 4-2-4, but Diaby does tend to sit a little deeper, or a 4-2-3-1, but you get more players forward with the 4-3-3 attack. Again, there are a couple of options in terms of tactical visions, like wing play or kick and rush, but gegenpressing is best. Set up high with 75 depth and press after possession loss, then flood forward with fast build-up and direct passing. Aston Villa get plenty of players in the box for pullbacks from their wide players, so set the slider to 8. Set up nice and wide initially with a width of 80, but don't commit too many players on free kicks or corners. In terms of player instructions, you could set Emi Martinez to sweep a keeper, but you could also just keep him default. Your fullbacks you want to set to join the attack and overlap so they can make those nice wide overlapping runs, and that applies both to the left back and to the fullback. The centre backs you can just leave default, however you do want to move them back slightly in the formation. So if you go over to the main squad page, you're going to want to drop each of the centre backs back about 10 ticks, and all that's going to do is create a little bit of space for you to drop your left central midfielder back into a defensive position. The midfielder you're going to want to move back about as far as the centre back, so about 10 to 12 ticks. And you're going to want to set them as CDM rather than LDM. This is just going to help them take up a better position when trying to receive the ball from the back line. Set your CDM to stay back while attacking and give him deep lying playmaker. This will give you an option to pass out from the back, even with the direct passing and forward runs. You'll probably want John McGinn in the central midfield role, so I tend to just leave him as a box-to-box player, but set him to stay on the edge of the box so he can scoop up any rebounds or clearances from corners and crosses. Your attacker midfielders should be a goal-scoring threat, so set them to get into the box for the cross, but have them come back on defence as well. Although he might look like a target man, Aston Villa utilise Ollie Watkins by getting him to make runs in behind and leaving him in the central areas of the pitch. And whilst a lot of your other attacking players will be coming back on defence, you do want somebody up front, so set him to stay forward. Your main striker is not only going to be the primary target for finishing off attacks, but should also be an outlet ball. On the left side, you want your winger to come back in defence, and you want them to stay wide. Aston Villa do like to put the ball in the box though, so when the ball's on the other flank, you want them to get into the box for the cross. On the right hand side, it's much the same, but you want to set this player to cut inside rather than stay wide. You'll likely want Leon Bailey in this position, so you want him cutting inside on his left foot and taking shots at goal from outside the box. You'll also want him to come back on defence, and you want him to get into the box for the cross when it's whipped in or pulled back from the other flank. So if you set up your team like this, that should give you a solid foundation to play the same kind of dynamic, exciting, attacking brand of football that Aston Villa play in real life. Let's jump into a few games and look at this setup in action. So there you have it, how to play like Aston Villa in EAFC 24. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment with the team that you'd like to see next. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.